Okay, so this is a replay from a game I played earlier this morning where I mastered the T-54 lightweight. What I was doing here at the start was I was deciding on whether going down the 9-0 line or trying to spot down middle, but I see that most of the team is in the town area, so I start going down here in the 5-6 line. Just trying to get some extra spots, trying to figure out what the next move is. So here I just try to get a shot on the WZ-120, but I can't find a spot, so I just check back behind and see if there's any more movement in the middle area. I'm just gonna lower down game volume for a little bit. So I see that there's a IS-6 down there, and I don't want to fight him since my penetration's not enough. So I decided I can't do much in this flank, so I start going back because I see that the RU and the other fast tanks, I predict that they're going to be moving down this area, so I start going here and trying to support and put in some shots before they start entering and trying to cap the base. So there's a comment here, and unfortunately that shot missed. And so I'm spotted here. I'm just trying to put in shots on them as they try to enter our cap area. That's another miss. I was very fortunate in bouncing the shot from the IS. That's one of the best things that I like from this vehicle, that the T-54 Lightweight has pretty good hull armor and pretty good turret armor when you're facing lower tier opponents or other light tanks. So I just put in a shot to the Lorraine here. And I try to put in another one. In this location here, this is where I do about 50% or more of my damage in the game. I just stay here and they ignore me, which is... I don't know why they ignored me. I guess they couldn't put in shots into me, or they just didn't want to. So I continued putting in more shots into them. Unfortunately, that shot missed. It probably hit a building. And so I repositioned myself and try to get shots in the... Well, I don't really reposition myself, but I try to get shot in the Leopard. And I do get a shot. And I'm just waiting for more people to come out. So I'm basically spent a lot of time in this area here, just putting in shots, because they're hesitating on pushing in. And I get a lucky shot on the T-37 right here. I set him on fire and kill him. And I see the 5100 there, and I put another shot into him. And I try to reposition myself a bit to see if the Type 61 pushes, to see if I can get a shot on him, but I can't. So at this point, I'm just trying to reposition myself. Keep on repositioning myself to get shots. Unfortunately, my shot hits the ground, and I get tracked. At this point, I'm thinking on whether or not using my repair kit, but there really is no point using the repair kit in this given situation. Type 61 doesn't push, and I get hit by artillery. Well, I get splashed by artillery, and poor T-54 gets the brunt of this artillery damage. So what I'm thinking here is that I'm trying to reposition myself. I try to get a quick shot in the Lorraine, but fail. So my logic here is that I'm going to go around and prevent the RU and the Lorraine from trying to kill the T-95. That's my priority right now, to take out the Lorraine before he clips the T-95. So I get a shot into him as he pulls in here. And at this point, I go after the RU. Now, I should have tracked him here, but instead I was trying to set him on fire. I really should have tried to track him instead. That would have been better and more helpful. And I get another shot on him. And so I start looking to my left and look to my right. I took a little bit of time to shoot at the 5100, but I don't get a shot. I don't try to stay in there because I know that I cannot trade with him. He's not a loader. So I start heading back to base because the Type 61 is still there. So unfortunately, the T-54 dies there to the Leopard prototype, who is at their base sniping. And the SU, I really thought he was gonna die here, and I try to save him, but fortunately, he manages to put 2 shots into the Type 61, and eventually kills him, I think. Yeah, he kills him, which is very strange. And then I see this WZ-120, and I start loading APCR. At this point, I'm just waiting for the WZ-120 to push, which I think he will. So I start positioning myself. I start, but before that, of course, I go after the Leopard, and that was a really hard shot to pull off in front of like 6 dead tanks. I see the WZ-120 is moving in, so I try to aim under the trains to try to get a shot on him, and I do get a shot on him. He puts a shot into me, and I'm able to put another shot into him. Now, unfortunately, at this point, my game starts to hang. It actually froze for like 5 seconds, which is why I wasn't able to kill him. At this point, I was really panicking. Um, but fortunately, I don't die at all in this situation. I was actually able to come back, and artillery didn't even kill me, which is very unfortunate. Another teammate soaked up the artillery damage, which unfortunate to them, but very fortunate for me. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna be able to deal with this WZ-120, but I see that he's going towards my position, and he stops, so I decide to get a sneaky shot in between the WZ-11 and the building right here. Very lucky shot. And I start going in for the 5100. I switch to AP here, just in case. And I always like to be sure with my ammunition. And I put another shot into him. And fortunately, the 5100 was reloading, so I was able to just come out and kill him before securing the game. And at this point, my hands were very, very shaky. I started saying carried hard. Um, and they started telling me to get the Top Gun, which I just realized that I had 5 kills in this game. I only thought I didn't know that I dealt that this much damage. And at the end of the game, I actually do about 4.2k damage, and the second highest damage in the team is actually the artillery. He does 2,400 damage, so that's about it.